think I'm live. Apologies. I was waiting for my usual intro. Didn't get that, but all I want to say is May the 4th be with you. RCB colors, it's all RCB on the 4th of May. For those of you celebrating Star Wars, I won't say I'm not a fan. I haven't watched all the movies, so I don't really know what it is all about. Apologies, I'm sinking into my chair again. Hello, 360 family. I just got back, literally arrived from the weekend away with my in-laws and also my folks. The most amazing time. I know there's some live cricket happening as we speak. KKR taking on RR batting now. Seem to be on track for that big total over 200. Andre Russell playing out of his skin. Fantastic knock from him. Helping them to post a really good total there. 1 second, guys. My chair is literally, I want to show you guys how it's sinking. So I have to just, here we go. That's better. All right. Hopefully it's stuck there and locked now. Let me know how you all are doing on the 4th of May. I mean, there's lots of cricket that's happened. I mean, RCB people. I am so happy. So chuffed. Please post your questions down below. I'm only taking RCB questions today. No, I'm kidding. I'll take anything, whatever you guys want to talk about. And the Marvel Zone. I want to apologize to you for getting your name wrong. I'm so happy you asked a question here again because last time I couldn't pronounce that name. It's difficult when you put a lot of words into one big word. But my team helped me, the Marvel Zone. So there we are. Great to have you here. Aditya, in a game full of drama, what was your standout moment from RCB and CSK? Let me know how happy all your RCB fans are out there. Let me just also give you a little bit of context. We've beaten them twice in a season now, and that hasn't happened often over the years. I mean, I've been a part of the RCB squad for many years, and to beat the Yellow Jerseys twice in one season is not an easy feat, and RCB achieved that. So that really bodes well for the team. I mean, it's a huge boost of confidence for Rajat Patidar and his troops. Virat Kohli playing out of his skin in that first innings. I'm so happy for him. He set the trend. He put the peg in the ground for Team RCB. And the rest followed suit. Jacob Bethel, what a talented young man he is. I told you guys already prior to the auction that if we could get him, I would be a very happy man. I saw him play once or twice leading up to that auction, and I'm very happy that we got him in the squad. He slotted into this role perfectly well with the injury of Phil Salt, which was a big blow. Initially, we all thought it was a big blow. But, I mean, if Jacob Bethel replaces someone in the squad, I mean, it shows you what kind of depth we have and what good balance we have in the RCB squad this season. Very surprised with the way the Super Kings batted towards the back end. I honestly thought we're just going to repeat history here with MS and Jadu there at the back. I mean, hardly ever do they fail with that kind of situation. And I was incredibly nervous. I watched it with my kids. We were laughing away. Then we were crying. Then laughter again. Then a bit of panic. Then cry again. Then laugh again. It was like a roller coaster of emotions because I really wanted RCB to win this game at the Chinnaswamy. And really, just because I felt it was a very pivotal moment and a game for Team RCB in this year's campaign. I really do still feel so. But nerve-wracking towards the end there. RCB showing their nerves at the back end with all those drop catches, fumbles, a bit of chaos out there, to be honest. And it was just crazy that Team CSK didn't take their chances. I mean, RCB literally handed the game to them on a silver platter and said, MS, Jadu, Shivam Dube, take it, it's yours, run away with it. And they just didn't take it. Maybe towards right at the end there with Dube hitting that 6 no ball from Yash Dayal, I almost pulled my hair out. I was like, whatever you want to bowl, any delivery in the world, you can even bowl a wide, just not a no ball that goes for 6. And I mean, we were all on the floor holding our heads, and then somehow we pulled it back again. Absolutely incredible. I think you can see in my emotion, my body language, that I went through a roller coaster of emotion yesterday. It was crazy. What a great game of cricket, though. Credit to CSK. I mean, I'm not having a go at them. I was just incredibly surprised they didn't cross the line with all the chances they got. It was almost written in the stars for them just to run through RCB and to say, we might not be the hot favourites for this year's tournament, but you're not coming past us. But Team RCB, just too much character on the day, too many fighting spirits out there individually. And also as a team, you could see what it meant to them at the back end there. When they crossed the line, how belated, how jubilated they were, how happy they were and excited they were as a team. What a great win. I'm not going to go on for too long about this. Obviously, Hazelwood was in the side, which added to the magnitude of this win. But Lungi Ngidi did a great job slotting in there, getting a few crucial wickets for us. That slow ball as potent as ever. But a couple of really good performances. Romario Shepherd stands out to me. I think RCB had a really good start, but lost a lot of momentum in those middle overs towards the back end. I never felt like we had enough. I thought 185, 190 is par, but we needed over 200 to really put pressure on CSK. And thanks to Romario Shepherd's 14 ball 53. That is lightning batting, guys. It is so fast. And that one over in particular that he took a liking to to the CSK boundary, clearing it, I think, about 4 times. We'll pull up that over in a minute. There was also a no ball 6. So thankfully, it wasn't just RCB who did that, but CSK also had that no ball, which counted for 7 runs. Incredible batting there, 6-6, 4-6, no ball 6. And then a weird little dot there in the middle, and then to end off with a 4. Beast mode, absolutely correct, total gamers. Shepherd beast. He went into beast mode and got us across that 200 line, which is just a bit of a psychological or extra psychological barrier for CSK to deal with. They dealt with it incredibly well, and we'll quickly talk about the final over of Dayal. Actually, let's talk about Ayush Matre. We'll pull up Dayal in a minute, guys. Ayush, let's finish the batters first. The youngest, I think, 3rd youngest to score a Tata IPL 50, 17 years, guys. And you can see that he is a true 70-year-old with that young face of his. There's no doubt about that. Tongue in the cheek, because I've heard a lot of people saying that poor Vaibhav is not really 14. I do believe he is 14. Whether he's 14 or 16 or 12, I don't care. They are both young players and both incredibly talented and superstars in the making. I have quickly spoken about Vaibhav now that I have brought his name up. I told you guys there will be inconsistency, and it proved to be true and correct after that 100. Being that aggressive, you're always going to have to be prepared to ride the roller coaster. As a fan of his, and him as a player as well, he needs to be prepared that if you want to play that way, you're going to have some lean patches. There will be fireworks and magic that will happen. But that is something I had to deal with at the age of between 25 and 28. I told myself, enough. I don't want to be labeled anymore as the sexy guy who's got all this talent and da-da-da. He looks sexy out there with a bat in hand. That's what I mean. Not sexy in the looks. Sexy with a bat in hand. And that started irritating me after a while. Everyone calling me this talented player. And that is something Vaibhav will have to deal with. And to a certain extent, Ayush as well. If you want to be consistent, if you want people to rely on you, if you want to be the guy in the team where your teammates call you Mr. Reliable, the guy who's always there when we need him most, that's what I wanted to be remembered at. And I needed to work on that. So lots of hard yards for both these young players. Fantastic start. And for now, I'm happy for them to have the freedom to express themselves, show the world what you are made of, and then slowly but surely start putting those building blocks in place, which will ultimately lead to consistency, consistent game winning. That's what you want to work towards. And hopefully these two players will take all the learning they can get. For Vaibhav in the last couple of innings, not getting runs after that exceptional high of scoring that quick 100. Now you have to all of a sudden deal with a couple of low scores. And that 100 feels like many miles away all of a sudden. But can he take the learning from that? Can he build on his character and put those blocks in place to ultimately become more consistent? All right, but Ayush Matre, great knock. We put on RCB under immense pressure. Unfortunately for him, got out at the wrong time, and lots of fresh batters came into bat, which ultimately led to CSK's demise, and they ended up short. At the back end, they still would have thought that Dhoni, Jadu, and Dubey would have taken them across the line with that kind of foundation. Very weird, as they missed out, in my opinion, on a lot of full tosses. Yash Dayal was struggling to find that block hole, but it's better to bowl a low full toss than a half volley. So rather miss full. Not full like wayside like he did for that no ball 6, but anything a bit lower is tough to get. But still, with the class of a Dhoni and a Jadu at the back end there, I honestly thought with those full tosses they at least will get a couple away, which they didn't. Crazy game. Well played, Ayush Matre. Big star for the future. Let's quickly take this. Yash Dayal showed excellent calmness under pressure, despite bowling a no ball and defending 15 runs. Wow, deja vu for Dayal, there's no doubt about it. In 2024, 18th May, very close to this date as well, back end of the tournament. He defended 17 in the final over against CSK. I mean, 17, you still have to think that is very defendable, right? This time around, only 15. 15, I told my dad last night, he said, what do you think at the start of the over? And I said 50-50. With Dhoni and Jadu and Dubey, those kind of hitters at the back end there, you got to think it's 50-50. You can't say it's in the favor of the bowling team there, especially at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. And especially after bowling that no ball that went for 6, I thought, now all of a sudden it's 80-20 CSK. But still, they found a way not to win that game. But great character from RCB. Well done, Virat. Well done, Rajat Patidar. Yash Dayal. Bhuvi even bowled exceptionally well yesterday as well. Very happy for him because he was under a bit of pressure. Small ground, not a lot of pace these days. With Dhoni, Jadu, and the boys there, I thought, woo, here we go. It's going to be interesting. But Bhuvi landed his Yorkers like he usually does. So very, very happy for him. All right, that's enough for RCB, guys. I'm very happy. There's the RCB bat. Play bold, right? I know it's a 360 bat, but it's particularly planned in RCB's way because I want the RCB colors. And when I one day launch this bat, there will be one of them available. So keep an eye out for that. We'll quickly take Brevis's question here, and then we'll move on to the next game, which is GT and SRH that took place. What are your views on Devil Brevis's wicket, and when are you coming to India? Yeah, Devil... I mean, he was walking, so credit to him. I think Jadu told him, listen, you better take the referral because we need you to be here for a few overs. Weird that he missed out on that. Obviously, he had something on his mind. I've been dismissed many times like that before. You are watching the game unfold in front of your eyes, also on the television screen, which is also always a little bit delayed from the game. So you see the ball happen in real life. You look up at the screen and you look at if you can pick up on swing, see movement. So obviously he must have been following the trends. He knew exactly what to expect. And maybe I'll talk to him about this and I'll try and find out. But maybe he was a little bit too one-dimensional in his game plan. Maybe he got a bit premeditative and sort of expected a certain delivery. And sometimes when you do that and you're not in yet, you can miss out on the line. When someone surprises you with a full toss, a low full toss, or a Yorker, and you're expecting something different, you can miss out on the line, or you can lean a little bit across with your head and let those eyes tilt slightly, and then you miss a split second of the flight of the delivery and ultimately ending up missing the ball. Clever bowling, it's always a good idea to fire it in full and straight to any new batter, especially at the back end with a day-night game with and the big pressure match, high stakes. It's never a bad thing to just fire in on the stumps. And unfortunately for Brevis, not helping with CSK's momentum there. They needed someone just to bat for an over or two, reset again, and then fire away, which they didn't manage to do. But neither did any of the batters except for Jadu and Ayush. No one else really getting that momentum going for them, or maintaining that momentum rather. All right, let's talk about the Gujarat Titans, Sunrisers Hyderabad, guys. And on that note, also post your questions on any of the games, the future games, the games happening today. It's a double header. I will be strapping in front of my TV screen for the rest of the day, enjoying the entertainment. There we have it. Titans 224. I briefly spoke to Butler after the game. Very excited by the way he's batting. I love the way he's moving. His balance looks good. He looks like he's got time out there. The way he got out was one of the shots that I used back in the day quite often. And I don't exactly know what he did wrong, except for the fact that he was trying it. And there's sometimes no reason to try those kind of shots when you're hitting the ball as well as he is. But I know it's a shot that he really wants to pull off, and he's got all the talent in the world. So why not? Why not? And it shows you guys, that's a lesson to the youngsters out there. One of the greats of T20 cricket, playing like he is, still working on his game, still trying to figure out new shots, and still trying to get better. And it will be a scary sight if Josh Butler can add that scoop, flick, sweep of seamers to all the shots that he's already got in his artillery. It'll be interesting to see. But 64 for him there at a rapid pace, just getting too many runs. There are too many batters in form for GT right now, and it's scary for the rest of the teams out there. Gill, also Sai Sudarshan, there we have it. The three of them in the form of their lives, right? And they're very consistent at this year's IPL. If that continues, they will be a tough team to play against for the rest of the tournament. They've already proven that. And with their bowling attack as well, we know the kind of firepower they have there. So really a force to be reckoned with on the 4th of May. There we go, GT, taking care of SRH, who's had a dismal year, a very good team who's not really performing well. And it's crazy how it works in these kind of tournaments. When one or two of your players are out of form, as a team, you just don't get that going, right? You don't get the W's under the belt. And all of a sudden, the whole team seems to be out of form. Everyone seems to be struggling. Abhishek, yes, a great knock for him in that chase. But other than that, no one really getting past that 20 mark, right? 20 is always a bit of a cricketing sin. I always hated getting out between 20 and 30. Done the hard yards, you get yourself in, you're out there with a guy that's in great form, and you get out. And the next guy gets to 20 and he gets out. You just can't seem to build on what you've started and the foundation that you've laid. And Klaasen, unfortunately, has been guilty of that this season. He's had a lot of really good starts. Yes, he has played under immense pressure for most of the games, but not really pushing on, right? We need 80s plus, let's rather say 70s. I think 70s in T20 cricket and higher is where you really start changing the game. So most of the batters in the SRH lineup, and maybe it's got to do with the bowling attack as well. Not a lot of informed bowlers. No one really applying pressure by getting early wickets in that first 6 overs. And that's what you want your bowlers to do. You want to put the batting lineup under pressure by getting wickets in the power play. That's how you win games of cricket as a bowling unit. All right, moving on, guys. MI and RR, they faced off. MI on an absolute roll. They are flying, and it's scary. So it's GT, MI, RCB, all informed teams. I spoke about GT now. I think very scary form Mumbai is displaying here at the moment. I think it was 6 in a row now. Alien de Villiers, do you think RCB can win the season? I am an RCB fan, but I'm still worried about it because of MI. Me too, trust me, because they have one of the best squads. Robert never lost a T20 final. We don't want them in the final, guys. Maybe we do. Maybe that is the way for RCB to win their first IPL against one of the best IPL teams of all time. I haven't won it 5 times. Robert's never lost in a final. So maybe that is the way to say, okay, we've waited a long time, but it is the cherry on the cake for us. There we go, guys. MI defending 200 plus totals. 17 zip. Absolutely crazy stat that, right? A lot of teams, when they try and defend 200 plus, they start panicking as a bowling lineup. I know I've been in the RCB squad. We've panicked before with totals over 200, batting out of our skins. And then all of a sudden we start doing crazy stuff as a bowling unit, bowling no balls, all sorts of weird things that bowling attacks get up to when they try and defend 200 because they feel that the pressure is on them. It's almost like when you are 4 down early as a batting unit and you're out there, you feel like you've got nothing to lose in a way. And that is how a bowling attack should be feeling when you get 200 plus, but they don't. They feel the opposite. They feel they have everything to lose. And that's why they get the basics wrong and they make silly mistakes. But MI, for some reason, and I think I might know the answer to that reason, and it's a certain guy called Jasprit Bumrah. I'll feel confident having to bowl 4 overs when Bumrah's in my bowling attack. I'll take it on, guys. So they have a really good bowling attack. They have a very hungry team. They have a lot of experience in Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav. The list goes on. There's a lot of good quality, experienced players in this team. And I knew from the very start, I told you guys, don't count them out. I also mentioned that about CSK, but unfortunately for them, their senior players hasn't really pushed through and sort of pulled them up. So I don't really know what's happening with the yellow jerseys this season. But MI, they look hungry. When I see their players out there, they've got Bumrah back in the side after injury. They look fresh, energized, and ready to go out and try and win another IPL trophy. So, yeah, big warning signs for all the other teams. But GT in great form, RCB in great form. And I think it's up to some of the other teams, 3 or 4 other teams, to try and find that 4th spot. Because I'm pretty sure GT, RCB, and Mumbai Indians will be there. There's the table, guys. Punjab, Delhi, LSG, and KKR playing now. I think that's the 4 other teams that will be trying to squeeze in there. But some incredibly good form shown by those top 3, RCB, MI, GT. And I can't see MI and GT failing from here on in. They need 1 win, basically. I think generally 8 wins are normally the safety zone, but we'll see. Mathematically, maybe not, but generally that's always the magic number. CSK and Kings quickly, guys, because Kings I see in there and they will be playing later today. So Punjab Kings also with a great season. I've spoken about Ricky Ponting as coach, Shreyas Iyer in great form. So please post your questions down below, guys, and we'll quickly talk about that match that took place. CSK and Kings. When was that? Or is that coming up? No. Help me out, team. Silence. There we go. 190 playing 194 was the game before. I just quickly wanted to talk about that because I spoke about Shreyas Iyer and how impressed I am with him working together with Ricky Ponting. And I think I might have mentioned them as one of my 4 teams. So I won't be surprised to see them qualify. It's still wide open with LSG, KKR, the Delhi Capitals. But I've got a funny feeling Kings, and I think it'll be great for the tournament to see them in the knockouts. Great chase here, and Shreyas Iyer taking ownership of this chase. So that's why I wanted to talk about that. Who will win, Punjab or LSG? That's tonight. It's going to be a great game. I think Punjab is on such a high right now. I can't see them losing. LSG's got some very dangerous players. It will be played way up north in Dharamshala, one of the most beautiful cricket grounds in the world, probably second to Newlands in my opinion. That is 7:30 p.m. IST, guys. So keep an eye out for that. Great game coming up, and I can't wait. I'm rooting for Kings. I want them in the knockouts. LSG's had their taste recently of the knockout stages. Nothing against them. They're a great team, and I love most of their players. But I want Kings there. I think it'll be healthy. I think they're a side that can go all the way with Ponting and Shreyas working together as a leadership team. It's just nice and fresh to see a team like that. And Yuzi is there, right? Yuzi bowling better than ever. And I'm hoping, and I think Priti Zinta, I mean, she's gone through a lot over the years. I mean, she's a die-hard supporter of a team. As one of the owners. And I think she deserves a little bit of love from the IPL just to make a knockout stage and to be there at the back end of the tournament. Maybe even playing in the finals will be fantastic for them. Purple cap, orange cap. Let's have a look at the fire batters and fire bowlers of the tournament this year, guys. There we have it. Orange cap, my good friend Virat, 1 run ahead. And my boy John came to me last night and he said, Virat is 1 run ahead. And I said, you are right. Of course he is. Virat is always there. He is Mr. Safety for RCB. When he's there, you don't have to fear. Never fear when Virat is near. Okay, so that is the story. Nothing has ever changed. And it's fantastic. And what I want to tell all of you media people, I haven't forgotten. I have a brain of an elephant, all right? To all my journalist friends out there, I love you guys. But remember when you said Virat bats too slow, eh? Remember, the 4th of May, not 4th of December. Anyway, Virat is there batting at almost a 200 strike rate last night. Here. Eat that. All right, Sai Sudarshan, fantastic season he's having. I love him. I think he's a fantastic batter, left-hander, a strong player, a square of the wicket, but strong everywhere else as well. And no one seems to have an answer for where to bowl to this guy. I remember commentating on him the last few seasons for Geo Cinema, and a couple of seasons ago, I said, I want to see more of this guy. This guy can play. Surya Kumar Yadav, that is a wonderful achievement from these two players. Surya Kumar Yadav and Josh Butler, guys, not opening the batting. Or where's Joshy batting? I think he's batting 3 these days. But Sky, people, I don't think you understand how impressive that is. To be in the middle of that orange cap leaderboard towards the back end of his season, batting at 4 or 5. You're not facing as many balls as these other guys. Not even close. Go and pull up the balls. I'll show you. All right, batting at 4 and 5 in this tournament, you basically don't have a chance to win the orange cap. And I still don't think Sky will win it. But if he does, I will make a show just for him. And I'll get him on here. We'll interview him. And I'll pull up a glass of champagne and we'll celebrate. Because I've always said this is a tournament or an award for the opening batters only. And that's why I ranted on about the fastest to whatever it was the other day from KL Rahul, 4,000 runs or whatever. It's not about the amount of games. It's about the amount of balls, all right? Because then you make it more fair for batters number 4 and 5 to take part in this beautiful award that you have, the orange cap. Maybe a number 3 batter has got a chance to win it, but Surya Kumar Yadav, very impressive. Josh Butler, I think he's batting at 3 right now, so very impressive. But a number 3 still has a chance, especially if one of your opening batters get out early and is not in great form. You're generally going to bat early. That season, Virat scored all those runs. I think he was opening and batting at 3. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. My point is batting at number 4. If Sky wins this year's orange cap, I will celebrate it as much as a win for RCB in this year's IPL. All right, so you get my point. Let's pull up the purple cap, guys. See the bowlers. Prashit Krishna overtook Joshie Hazelwood. Joshie obviously missing out, and I'm pretty sure he would have been on 20 plus if he played last night's game. Noor Ahmed there, Trent Bolt, and we will see the spinners feature towards the back end. I called for that, but it is great to see a lot of seam bowlers up there, guys. It's a fantastic effort. It is not easy bowling in India at the IPL with the restrictions of the first 6 overs, and then some of these guys, they bowl 2 up front and they bowl 2 at the death. There is nowhere to hide. For the spinners, it's sometimes a bit easier. You get your protection, 5 fielders outside the ring. You bowl between overs 7 and 15. Your 4 overs done. You have a lot of protection, and the players take some risk against you. So it is a little bit of an easier job. But for Hazelwood, Krishna, Trent Bolt, who bowled 2 overs in front, at the front, the start of the innings, it's really tough. Anything over the circle or the inner ring is 4 runs. It's difficult. You don't really carry your slip cordon for long, and you're under pressure. And when you think you get a bit of a break, you are bowling at the death with 2 batters that are in, and they are trying to hit 6s everywhere, which can count in your favor sometimes, I know, because players get out, so you get wickets. So that's why maybe for the purple cap, I will add something else, maybe a strike rate or economy rate as well, and get a formula where it's a bit more fair. It can't just be wickets, guys. Make it a bit more complicated. Come on, let's get the best bowler of the IPL tournament winning the purple cap, not just the amount of wickets, because you have to look at the situations the players are playing in and competing in. 5 cents, take it or leave it. I'll take a few more questions, and I'll quickly wanted to talk about my good friend Kagiso Rabada. Everyone wants to know what is happening. I think 9 out of 10 questions were like, what is happening with KG? What did he do? Guys, I've got to tell you, this is one of the best people I've ever met in my life. So I'm going to start with that. He made a mistake. There's no doubt about it. I'm not exactly sure what substance he took. It says recreational drug, which sort of, in my opinion, ties in with something away from cricket. Look, number one, it is a bit disappointing, and he'll be the first to tell you, I made a mistake and I'm disappointed. And I think he's already released a statement saying how disappointed he is and how sorry he is. I know this guy's heart. I know him inside out. He's a good man. He made a mistake, and I'm asking the entire cricketing world to get over it. There's a lot of greats of the game, legends in the past, who have made huge mistakes. I can name you a list of 200 people, including myself, who have made mistakes before. I've said some things I shouldn't have said. He's taken something, it seems to not be a performance-enhancing drug. That's what the statement said. So this had something to do with social life. I'm not sure what exactly it is. He probably thought he's just going to have a bit of fun with a few mates. Knowing KG, he's a bit of a philosopher. He's a deep thinker. He loves music, and he made a mistake. Probably late at night, not thinking clearly, thinking it'll be okay, and no one will know. Unfortunately, it's world news, global news, headlines everywhere. And knowing Kagiso Rabada, he will be back. He'll stand up stronger. He won't make this mistake again, because that's the kind of person that he is, and is a really good friend of mine. So asking for forgiveness on behalf of KG. I love this guy to bits, and I'm very happy to hear that he's back in India, getting ready to play again. Hopefully everything will be cleared up, and hopefully he'll be ready for the WTC as well later this year, because I will be there. That's in June in England. All right, a couple of super chat questions, guys. And then I'm going to say, may the 4th be with you once again. Do you consider this RCB side the most balanced? Yes. Number one, match winners in the bowling and batting side. Correct. A very similar batting lineup than we've had over the years. A bit of firepower with a lot of experience, smart cricketing brains. Bowling department, we have options. I love options. I love a leg spin in there. I love Krunal, Hazelwood, Yash Dayal. Fantastic bowling team. Bhuvi Kumar, experience. Yes, he got that one game wrong, but quickly rectified it. Not all of a sudden thinking about it and letting one bad game creep into his head, starting to bowl no balls and stuff like that. That's what we used to do as a bowling team back in the day, panicking under pressure. So we have a lot of experience. We have great balance, match winners in both batting and bowling department, and good fielders, even though we fielded like an under 11 primary school team last night. And I think, that happens. I'm not criticizing the team. It happens. You sometimes get it wrong in the field under pressure. With the lights being low, the ball crosses through the lights with high catches. It's tough. It's not easy. The one Virat dropped was a low hit straight into the lights. He lost it. And those things happen sometimes. It's just crazy that we dropped like 4 in 5 overs. I couldn't believe it. But all things forgotten, we won the game. Onwards and upwards, Team RCB. And I'm very happy to say, yes, I think this is the most balanced side we've ever had. Move on to the last one, guys. I'm running out of words here, and I want to go watch a bit of cricket. Hey, mate, I'm really missing you in the RCB jersey. Thank you very much. I'm missing it too, to be honest, especially games like last night. I was running around the house like crazy when we won. And the minute the game was done, I sat down on the chair and I was like, I actually wish I was there right now. So, yes, I miss it too. But look, the beard is grey. I'm moving on. And never say never. I'll join forces hopefully once again with RCB in the future. But I'm exceptionally happy for Andy Flower, for Virat, for Rajat Patidar, the whole team coming together and playing great, great cricket. And long may it continue. And hopefully we'll leave the best for last. That'll be fantastic, won't it? Hey, buddy, we miss you, man. Thank you very much. Phoenix, there we go. This is Sunil. Come back. We want our Mr. 360. You have new Mr. 360s out there. Look at Jacob Bethel, Phil Salt, Devdutt Parikal, Rajat Patidar, Tim David. Look at Tim David go. What a beast he is. Romario Shepherd. Guys, there's more than enough 360 out there. And if you don't get enough, you can look at some of the other players as well. Surya Kumar Yadav, Josh Butler. There's plenty to look at. Sai Sudarshan. Some great talent at the IPL. Vaibhav, Suryavanshi, please, young man, keep it going. Stay aggressive, and one day when you turn 16 or 18 or even 20 only, then we can start thinking about becoming more consistent. Have fun, But to all the fans of Vibuff, stay patient and deal with his inconsistencies, because that's part and parcel of the way that he plays. He needs to be celebrated, and he doesn't need to feel pressure at the age of 14. All right, that's enough. May the 4th be with you. Enjoy the cricket today. Follow me in socials, please. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the funny stuff that's out there. I'll try and keep it short and sweet and as entertaining as possible. Want to give you guys my side of what I feel about this year's IPL, about cricket, about life. I had a fantastic weekend. I hope you did too. It's not done and dusted yet. There's another few hours left of this beautiful Sunday afternoon in South Africa, and I will be celebrating the end of this weekend with my family. Thanks for all the love. Thanks, 360 family. Onwards and upwards, RCB. And excuse me, and may the 4th be with you. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.